Welcome to Amtech, the advanced asset risk management technology. Today's training section is on cyber security. A cyber attack is an assault launched by cyber criminals using one or more computers against a single or multiple computers or even to a networks. Introduction. With an increasing amount of people getting connected to internet, the security threats that cause massive harm are also increased. So it become obvious to protect yourself from cyber attack. In this technology driven era, we all are more often to the internet. As more people is getting connected to the internet, there are many cyber attacks happening there. So we must be very careful, or we must be very aware to it. We can also define cybersecurity as the set of principles and practices designed to protect our computing resources and online information against threats. Cyber attack. A malicious attempt using digital technologies to cause personal or property loss, damage, or steal and alter confidential, personal, or organizational data. As I already said, a cyber attack is an assault launched by a cyber criminal using one or multiple computers against a single or multiple computers or even for a networking system. They will try to alter confidential details or damage information or even steal the information. Objectives of cyber security. What are the objectives of cyber security? Here we can see three objectives: integrity, availability, and confidentiality. Confidentiality. Confidentiality refers to protecting information from being accessed by unauthorized parties. So, confidentiality means the one who is supposed to have the information. It might be confidential information, and the same information is leaked or the third person can access to the information, then the confidentiality of the information is not no more. So only the people who are authorized to do so can gain access to sensitive data. And integrity. Integrity refers to ensuring the authenticity of information, which means the information with the viewers or the person getting should be not altered, and the information must be genuine. If someone else or unauthorized person accessing to the information, and if he can alter the information, then integrity of the data is no more. Availability. Availability means that information is accessible by authorized user. A non-authorized user may not or cannot use or access to the information. Then the availability is there. Availability of the information. If an attacker is not able to compromise the first two elements of information security, they may try to execute attacks like denial of service that would bring down the server, making the website unavailable to legitimate users due to the lack of availability of information. Cyber security issues. There are many kind of cyber security issues. I have only took some common cyber security issues. Virus. A virus is an program which is unknowingly loaded to someone's computer, and the virus will run against your wishes. It will hang your system and it will be very dangerous for your system. Hacking. Hackers refers to activities that seeks to compromise digital device such as computers, smartphone, tablets, and even for an entire network. So someone who is trying to access to your computer through hacking will compromise your computer, smartphone, or even the hacker can compromise entire networking system. Malware. Malware or malicious software is a program or a file that is harmful to a computer user. There are different types of malware which include computer viruses, worms, Trojan horses, and spyware. These malicious program can perform a variety of different functions which can also steal your information, which can alter your information, and it can malfunction your performance. Internal misuse. Internal misuse refers to the misuse of the information done by an employee or contractor. If the employee in an organization is leaking the information or altering the information in a bad way, then it is known as internal misuse. Phishing scam. Phishing scam refers to the scammer sends some sorts of link into your email ID, which will be psychologically manipulating and deception to convince user to click on a link. And after that, the scammer will try to access to your informations and they can even alter your information. DDoS. DDoS stands for Distributed Denial of Service. DDoS attacks are a subclass of DOS, which means denial of service. A DDoS attack involves multiple connected online devices, collectively known as a botnet, which are used to overwhelm a target website with fake trafficking. By doing a fake trafficking to the website, a DDoS attacker will attack to a system or to a network. Password cracking. As we all know, password cracking is the process of recovering password from data that has been stored or transmitted by a computer system. A common approach seen is brute force. It is repeatedly trying to guess the password and check them against an available cryptographic hash of the password. Solutions for cybersecurity. There are many solutions for cybersecurity, which are as follow. Predictive analysis. Predictive analysis means proactively helping business to identify the security threats before they can happen or they damage the system. And always back up the critical data, give training and awareness to the staff so that they will be aware of it. And secure your Wi-Fi networks. Limit employee accessing to the information, which is very important, and limit authority to install software. Regularly change the passwords. Use a firewall for your internet connection. Most common security mistakes. One of the most common security mistake is managing your password in a very wrong way. Password must contain uppercase, lowercase, letters, and numbers. And not locking up the computer while unattending is also a not common security issue. Opening the email attached from an unknown address, which will lead to phishing scam, and not running antivirus programs. Sharing information to unknown or a wrong person, which leads to leaking of information. Not reporting security violation. If you are not reporting the security violation, the security violation will be repeatedly done or repeatedly happen to your system. Not protecting electronic data. Improper information handling, like passing information over phone or not locking up the computer after unattending. It's all improper information handling. And not using two-factor authentication is also a mistake. Tips to avoid cybersecurity. Ignore the unwanted message because it may lead to scam, phishing scam. Protect your electronic identity. Never store your own details on any devices. Every time try to secure your mobile device. If in doubt, block immediately and never click on the pop-up ads and shop online in only secure sites and password management. For different site, you might must use different password. Lock lock down your Facebook account. Always make sure that login pages use SSL and that login. Keep your software and system fully up to date. Try to update your software and system. Avoid logging into others' computer. If it is a very important, then sign out and be aware of it. Don't use password for the multiple accounts. Don't use same password for the multiple accounts. Different accounts, different password. What are other security controls? Depending on the risk to be addressed, several controls may be implemented in order to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the data. And these controls may be differently used from one company to another company. Preventive control. Preventive control means it's like before happening something, we must know what and all will happen and what are the chances to cybersecurity attacks so that we can protect those data. And detective control aiming to any threats to the information security. Even if unauthorized access was reached, intrusion detection system monitor the network traffic and identify the suspicious access. Even if after the unauthorized access reached, we must identify the suspicious access. This is detective control. And corrective control. Security controls aiming to correct irregularities identified, which means even after the attack happened, we must recover the data. If you have any doubts, you can ask now or you can contact us on qhse@amtech.com for any doubts. I thanking everyone for attending this training section.